Greetings, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video. Welcome. Now, this video, I just pressed play, okay? I have a couple of things that I want to talk about concerning spiritual warfare and experiencing it, okay? And some of the things that you're going to come across or that you are going through during the spiritual warfare, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know, but you sometimes get to that point where you start realizing the depth of what you're experiencing, okay? The depth of what you're experiencing. Because going through spiritual warfare is like, it's not like it wasn't happening even before you woke up. The good part about waking up is that you see it, okay? And it's not like when the attacks happen, or when they tend to provoke you or pull your strings, you already know what's happening, okay? And it's not like it wasn't happening before, just that you are not aware. But these entities were aware of you. They knew who you are, okay? Because you will look back and some of the things that didn't make sense in the past will make sense, right? Some of the things that didn't make sense, there's a little bit of wind, so I'm trying to block it. Some of the things that didn't make sense in the past are going to make sense. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with me, I do get to a point where all this that's happening it's it's it looks unreal. Okay, the experience is unreal because when we talk about how it's deep, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you grasp the type of depth I'm talking about. Okay, but if you are walking this path, you know, and it's going to continue to get even deeper. Okay, the more the awareness, the more the strength you gain. Okay, the more the attacks, the more you grow. Okay, there's levels to this, ladies and gentlemen. You keep evolving. Remember, you keep growing. Okay, and the people who are your opposition, who are used by these entities, they're trapped in pretty much the same position. They don't grow because it's going to even look deeper when you look at these people and you see how immature they are. Okay, when you look at them, you take a close look and you realize you're dealing with a child, and not a child in a pure, the child who's pure at heart, right? You're dealing with a child who is lost. You're dealing with a lost child. Because the reason why I'm mentioning this is because by the time you raise your vibration and you become pure at heart, like you become so pure, uh, you also start carrying that pureness of a child. But then the difference between you being a child or being pure like a child and them being like a child is that they are a lost child and you are not a lost child. Okay, you are a child because of your essence, because of the your pureness. Okay, okay, you become pure like a child. You mean no threat to nobody, but people are out here trying to cause distraction and chaos in your life. Okay, now it's insane because I would sit back and look at the whole thing, like the whole picture of this spiritual warfare, and it's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It is crazy, right? It is insane, bro. And there's actually like a verse or words in the Bible that talk about how God is depth. So for you to be able to understand God, you have to be deep, okay? You have to be able to see things beyond just the surface, okay? And it's not an easy path, ladies and gentlemen. Spiritual warfare is not for the faint, okay? It is not for the faint. Because these entities are going to push you and push you and push you and push you, and up until God Himself penalizes them. Because sometimes, in most cases, they do things and they're not really ready for the consequences. They do things to you, they're not ready for the consequences. Okay? They're not ready for what comes with what they do to you. And you look at them and they're doing all these things, and it's almost as if they are sure that you are trapped in their chains. Okay? It's going to be obvious that they're doing all these things to you, and it's almost like they think that you'll never get anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Right? And that's what they wish, that you stay beneath them and supply them. Right? From getting into an argument with you that wasn't supposed to even be an argument, to now later on laughing with you like nothing happened. And it goes on rotation. It becomes a pattern. Okay? Yesterday I was thinking to myself, I'm like, it's almost as if, because you are somebody who has this heart, okay? You have this bright, beautiful, patient heart. Like, you are always hoping for the better for other people, right? And it's almost as if at times, excuse me, these entities, they hide for a while, right? So that you get back into your comfort zone, so that it's almost like you forget a little bit about them, and not that you done forgotten about them, right? It's like, I don't know, it's like they wait for you to bank up some of your energy, because mind you, remember, you're somebody who vibrates a positive energy. You operate out of pureness, out of peace. Okay, it's like they wait for you to generate your energy, then they create something. And sometimes you would even see them when they are craving that argument. Like, you would see how they will be seeking you. Okay, you will see them. You will see how they start moving all of a sudden, and you will realize it's all to get you to react. Okay, and you're the type of person who wouldn't go after reactions. Like, you wouldn't want to you're just, ladies and gentlemen, That's why they call you a sheep. You know how? Do you know? Have you seen a sheep? Just how it'd be so quiet and so innocent looking and so docile. I don't know if that's the right word, but like a sheep is always on that calm and quiet, and you know that's you. You're not after provoking anybody. You're not after causing any type of chaos or drama. But this chaos or drama follows you. One other thing that I want to talk about is how how you become a famous person who's not trying to be famous. Let me put it like that. Okay? How you become a famous person who is not even trying to be famous. Like it goes so deep that the whole village, okay? Let's say you're in a village. The whole village, ladies and gentlemen, will know about you. And you're not even doing nothing, bro. You're not doing nothing that is of the ordinary. I mean, that is bizarre, or that is, you're not doing nothing, people. You're just living a simple life, okay? You're not even trying to be seen, you know? You're not seeking attention, but attention will seek you. Attention will seek you. And you would find people that you don't even know you knowing about your whereabouts, right? The people that you don't even know nothing about them, and you wonder, you know. This is why I keep saying but it's crazy. It's crazy for days. It's so deep, you will not believe this. Like sometimes it gets so deep that you run out of words, and the only thing you could do is laugh. Like it's just laugh out of not believing what's happening. You know, see that laugh? That can't believe this. That laugh. Sometimes that's all you do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say this walk, this path. Okay, at first, eh, it's all fun because you're beginning to realize that some way somehow God has a purpose for you, right? Chosen this, chosen that. But ladies and gentlemen, it's it gets intense. Okay, it gets intense, and at some point it's even life threatening because the moment you wake up, okay, and these demons know that you are now awake and you are aware of what's going on around you, they are going to come at you with everything they have, and they are going to use anybody around you that's of low vibration, okay, to get to you. And all of a sudden, now people want you dead. And this is not gonna happen. I mean, this is gonna happen not so far off after you wake up. Okay? These demons, ladies and gentlemen, are gonna try by all means to take you out. Okay? And this moment, like this is one of the most intense moment uh in spirituality, in spiritual warfare, because now at this moment, God will be in full control to protect you from the devil and his entities. Okay, God, your ancestors, spiritual beings from God. Like, ladies and gentlemen, at this time now, your protection is at the highest level. Okay, and the dreams, I don't want to say. You'll be seeing things before they happen. You'll be able to see these attacks, ladies and gentlemen, before they happen, and it is written, okay, that by the time your enemies have gathered together with their weapons and are ready to bring chaos and to bring havoc your way, I'll let you know in advance so that you get ready. And the scriptures also talk about, I don't know, I think it's John. I think it's John 16. Yeah, I forgot which verse. I don't know. I forgot if it's verse 2 or 5. John 16. I'll remember. Okay. It talks about how they're even going to there, there's even going to come a time when they're going to think by killing you that doing me a favor, and you're going to see it happen in your life. Okay, you're going to get to a point where you realize how rare your experience is, and you would see how hidden your experience is, because it's almost as if nobody sees it. You're the only one who's seeing it. And let me not say it's almost as if, it is like that. Okay, because it's a narrow path. So only you and God see these things, okay, through your spiritual eyes, and how these entities are going to be coming together and gathering all the low vibrational people they can find to come at you. And it gets to a point where you realize how many people need healing, ladies and gentlemen. You realize how many people need healing in their lives, and how many people haven't done that work of healing themselves, because you're dealing with bitter people. And now you feeling that because they never gave themselves time to heal. Now they're trying to take all of that baggage on you. Okay? The scriptures will even tell you about the woman who her tongue is deceiving. Okay? Like, she will talk to you about everything that you want to hear, deceiving you to think that she has good intentions in your life. But her heart is bitter. And the intention is to lower you in so she can destroy you. The scriptures also talk about that, and you are going to experience that. Because you see, this walk, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you that everyone who's chosen to walk this path is pretty much experiencing the same thing. Okay? Because they will speak and you will know exactly what they're talking about. You will know exactly what they're talking about. Now, those that are still in the world, you will talk to them about these things and they will want to take you to the brain doctor. Okay? They will say you are crazy. It's probably that weed. Okay? He's probably on drugs. He's hallucinating. He's seeing things. Right? Now they're gonna want to take you to a what you call it, psychiatric, them brain doctors, bro. They want to take you there to okay, because to them they just see a crazy person, and on top of that, they already treat you like a fool. And whatever makes it deep is that you see them for who they are, right? That's so predictable that you don't need your eyes to be open to know what they're about to do next because it's all the same playbook, right? Same strategies. They keep trying to better it, but they don't know that God is also on time. He's way ahead of these people. That now listen, they can think even if they was to think that they got away with something, it's only a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen, before you catch up and before you realize, that's what they're trying to do. Okay, you know, these people who don't know how to live genuinely and who are always faking and playing this, playing that. No, it is exhausting to some level, and you realize that your experience, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not anybody who can walk in your shoes. Okay, it's not anyone who can walk in your shoes and survive like you did. Okay, you will realize that indeed God and angels and you know you got all the backup you need. He has all the backup you need because he knows your enemies outnumber you. He knows that. Okay, look up for it. There's even a verse in the scriptures that talks about that. That talks about how your enemies are going to be surrounding you. Okay, and how destruction should enfoil you. Remain calm. Okay, the scriptures say, imitate me. Okay, imitate me. As in, like, you can't be speaking godly and you can't act godly as well. Like, you can't be speaking godly and at the same time, it's just not, it doesn't show, ladies and gentlemen. You're out here gossiping, backstabbing people, sabotaging people, and you wanna act like you are some sort of a Christian. Okay, it doesn't work like that. Okay, God sees you because you will look and understand that most of these people, these low vibrational people, think that they can like get away with things. Like they just think they can get away with things. Okay, They think they can torture you behind closed doors and smile when people are watching and act like the hero and the good guy. And they think it's just gonna end up like that. And they think, nah, I'm gonna get away with this because you're gonna see who they are. You're gonna look at them and know how much of a devil they are. Because God is gonna show you the truth, and the truth is gonna set you free. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me not make this video too long, okay? I didn't give it a title. Now, let's just title it Awakening to Spiritual Warfare, okay? Awakening to Spiritual Warfare. Now, stay prayed up, stay safe, be tuned for another video. Peace.